Hello, folks. I'm the Red Red. This is Minds Beneath Us, and last we left off, we had spent an entire episode sitting here on the couch talking. Uh, I'm pretty sure literally front to back for a full hour we did not get off that couch. Um, and personally, I was engaged. I was really much, I was very much enjoying what we were talking about. We covered a lot of things, starting with a recap of our mission, a briefing, a debriefing, actually, with Lawrence. Then Nin and 23 got back, started. We started planning what we're going to do next, which is, well, we found out that Nin was not able to catch Chameleon, and that he is in the custody of Owl, which is probably bad for us personally, in that Owl will now very quickly realize that we are an MBU. Um, let's see. We started setting up our plans, which is not we are going to infiltrate Chameleon's hideout, uh, but we're not planning on just raiding it. We're planning on infiltrating it and then using it to blackmail Vision into stopping whatever experiments they're doing on the children, which pissed Lawrence off, who stormed out of the room. 23 followed him to calm him down. Then we had a long chat with us, Nin, and Freya. Uh, that chat was mostly two-parted. One was a Nin sort of going over herself, and that she considers herself and is considered by Grandma the spy master of Owl, to be sort of a free agent who is, even if she's on paper, is beholden to a corporation, is not actually beholden to that corporation. Um, and the other side of that conversation, and she also talked about her own morals and what she determines, how she does what she does, uh, how she decides on what she does, I should say, because she's works for the secret police, but is not beholden to their normal structure, theoretically. Uh, so that was an interesting conversation. And then we had the other side of the conversation, which was her describing what happened for her to become free of the influence of the second mind in hers, which I mean, she said she strangled the whatever entity, but then she also called us kin, which is what the other MBU was calling us. So again, I had guessed that she might just be possessed, like from the start. I had said that's my guess based on her being this ultra fast, ultra strong agent, and us being the like that's how we have this ability. Jason doesn't seem to be by himself, doesn't seem to be particularly ultra fast, ultra strong. So I was guessing, hey, she is also an MBU. She revealed it to us, claimed that she wasn't possessed though, but then she called us kin, which was what the MBUs that are being possessed called us. So strong indicators. Not proof, strong indicators. In any case, Fran rolled out of the room, and we're going to go ahead and join her now. And then we're going to go to bed, and we're going to have a little chat with Jason. But first, Fran, Could you give me a hand, Jay? Yeah. How are you feeling? I'm good. The situation is quickly spinning out of control. Are you scared? Scared? I'm kind of getting used to it. Fran. Hey, Jay. Do you think I'm too bossy today? Bossy? I mean, I made a lot of demands to Miss Situ. I don't think so. Yeah. Was I too mean? Not at all. Honestly? Phew. I've been doubting, pushing them. First for failing to protect you, then for hiding things from us. But unlike you, I was not working in the field, so I guess I don't have a right to say that. Your concerns are legitimate. Thank you. But again, you're my boyfriend. Of course you'd say what I want to hear. Would I? You should keep your own perspective. Don't just agree with me on everything. My opinion is only for your reference. Geez, I'm nagging. Don't worry, I can take care of myself. Good. Hey, have you realized? We switched roles. You used to do all the nagging, telling me not to do this or that. Now it's exactly the opposite. I know how you used to feel, wanting and not wanting to tell me what to do at the same time. But I think I'm more reasonable than you were. I guess. Great. I'm worried about the mission tomorrow. I know you're much tougher than the average guy, but against what will we face tomorrow? I'm worried about you. I'll be okay, Fran. I believe you. Hearing about your condition from Miss Situ, it feels so unreal. All this talk about possession, persona, and mental space? What do you think? So, I kind of wanted to say this from the start. Jason last night told us not to say it, not to tell her that we're not Jason. And we've come to the realization that we may have to kill Jason in our mind. We may have to crush his persona. And I mean, if we're doing that, do we want to just take over Jason's day? Do we ever want to tell her? Sorry. Do we want to just take over Jason's days? Do we want to take over Jason Day's life? I don't know. It's not how I wanted to do it. I wanted to be, up front. But Jason told us not to. He hasn't had the opportunity to rescind that. I think we'll hint it. I think this hints it. I'm taking it rather well. You are. You deal with the world rather well in general. I've seldom seen you surprised. I, on the other hand, am making a big deal out of everything. This is a big deal. You are, yes. Poker Face has its perks. Fran's turning gloomy again. When we're done with Vision, you'll have to deal with Al. If you can't complete the training... I'll nail the training if there's no other way. I believe you can. Once you join Al, we won't be free anymore. I thought the whole point of joining Al is to find freedom. No. As an agent, you'll have access to many secrets. Scandals of both corporations and governments. Al can't just leave you be. There must be some kind of surveillance or monitoring system. Everyone close to you will be closely watched too. If necessary, they may even use me as a leverage against you. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe. Although, I think it may be worse than that. But Fran... I know what you're thinking, Jay. If I'm to join Al, Fran won't be able to go to the march, right? Yes, I will lose many things that I used to be passionate about. But it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. If I really value them that much, I could choose to break up with you any time. But truth is, I value you over anything else. I'll be with you no matter what. This is my choice. Feeling guilty means you're doubting my own choice. You hear that? Gotcha. Yeah, good. Jay, I want you to respect my choices. In return, I will respect yours. Going forward, always remember this. Whatever you choose, I will be by your side. We will face it together. Shall we? Yes. Great. So, how do you think this will end? I don't know. I know we will go back to normal. We make our own breakfast on weekends. You get up so early to prepare everything. When I wake up, it's all done and waiting. And by that time, it should be called lunch. Then I say it doesn't count because I didn't get to do anything. You pass me the pepper, telling me to add it to the soup. There. You've done the very important final step, you'd say. We have lunch together, talk about how to spend the afternoon. Right, Jay? Right, I'm sure of it. Yes. You should go check on Lawrence in 23. Why? You saw how Lawrence responded. 23 wasn't in good spirits either. Don't you think we should keep them mentally stable before tomorrow's mission? Because of tomorrow's mission? Not that I care about them? Both. Don't see everything as an either-or situation. Go. See you later. Don't come back too late. Bye. Can I leave you on your own? Of course. I'm not your fairy tale princess. And what's so hard about staying in bed? Lawrence at 23 should be at the open-air diner. I don't think I ever looked at the utility meter. I know I'm hesitating. They had that talk about, can I leave you alone? And my thought was, is she going to be attacked while we're away? It wasn't about whether or not she could stand being alone. It was, I wanted to scan the room. Still nothing to be done. They're not here? Ah, yes. No one has the same thing for dinner 3 days straight. What other eateries do we have around here? The woman's gone. Hey there. Hey, Jason. Lawrence doesn't look very happy. I don't know why, but 23 insists on this noodle house. Been here before? Is it any good? Fran and I come here all the time. The owner must know you. I guess. Hey, 23. What? How exactly does Nin want to do this negotiation? Just meet up with them in person? Isn't that dangerous? Can we ask Owl to... Do we have to talk about this now? Okay. If, hypothetically, that is... If Nin does have a negotiation with Vision, she'd do it through a middleman. Who wants to be the middleman in a deal like this? The only kind. Those who want to teach Vision a lesson. Most likely, she'll ask one of the Moonflowers to step in. You know about the Moonflowers, no? Yeah, my old gang used to trade with them all the time. I've heard about them. Good. Most of them are participants of the Moonflower movement. They're forming guerrilla forces against the government and big corps. Sometimes sabotage operations, too. Kind of like a rebellion army. Army, ha! Just a bunch of civilians fooling around and feeling good about it. Also, they never thought about overturning the government. And what are they up against? This era, I guess. These idealist fools somehow believe they can stop the world from where it's heading and turn it around. Anyways, it's far more than overturning a government or two. Oh, I wandered off. They'll do anything to just give Vision a stab. Is it possible that they somehow decide to publish everything we know against Nin's will? Is that what you're counting on? No, Nin won't give them everything. They just need a portion to make Vision believe we have more. Nin's name won't appear throughout the process. From Vision's perspective, they're dealing with a bunch of blackmailing terrorists. Doesn't sound very reliable. I agree. But we have played the same trick enough times to know it works. Given Nin's job and the things she wants, she needs a public face to communicate with big corps and take consequences. You set a table for two. Took you a while. How many tagalongs do you take with you? Hold on, you're... Ivan Zhang's face says he just saw the most ridiculous thing in the whole wide world. What, you know Jason? Yeah, he's one of our patrons. Ah, where's the thing? Same old place. Genuine sunrise stuff? Don't trust Ivan the Fix-It Man? Wouldn't even dream of it. Just want to see if you're keeping to the usual standard. Same old deal, same old thing. Don't you worry about it. Tell that situ to use it with care. These things are not supposed to be disposable. At this rate, I can't keep myself supplied. At this rate, I can't keep you supplied. Don't mind the stream of money, though. Ha, do you think she'd listen? Yeah, you'll have an easier time convincing a missile. Enough business talk. Now eat your noodles. A couple more questions, then I'm done. Where have you been? Couldn't find you for a while. Business trip. Need to restock, so what? Just a friendly reminder, be careful dealing with the big potatoes. They bite. Sunrise? I wouldn't call them big potatoes. You know I mean someone else. Keep your business small and steady. Don't touch anything too far above your class. You know the risk. This is for your own good, old man. Don't say I didn't warn you. You're the customer, and the customer is always right. The customer is always right in matters of taste. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. When I hear these idioms that are just misrepresented things, I have to. The original quote is, the customer is always right in matters of taste, meaning that the customer is always right when it comes to what exactly they want and what exactly they how it feels to them, not in any real sense. Anyways, no, I mean it, seriously. Tell yourself that first. I know you're screwing with something big, or else you wouldn't need me. We are being very cautious. Huh, eat your noodles. The same grumpy old man. He'll be alright. Who is he? Weapons smuggler. Works with us all the time. I need to order something for tomorrow. He knows people in Sunrise. Nin likes Sunrise stuff. Sturdy, and packs a serious punch. What are you buying from smugglers? Al doesn't know about this mission Oh, is that why are you buying from smugglers? Al doesn't know about this mission is why. We're paying out our own pocket. My hard-earned money. You're no stranger to these deals, Lawrence. Uh-huh. Saw you do it a couple of times. Never personally been in one of these deals, though. They only deal with patrons, which you are not. Surely every patron starts somewhere. Nin just doesn't trust me. She wouldn't listen back there either. Hey, how much longer do you need to brood over this, boy? I'm sick of it. Once again, she does trust you. You didn't see the way she jabbed me with her stare. You brought up the bug in Miss Chang's wound, then she's immediately looking my way. Did she? Stare how? It's like she's disappointed. You're paranoid. It should have been me inside the construction site, but she chose Jason. Could have held the fort, but she insisted waiting for you. I've been trying too hard to help in this way or that. She keeps saying no. You do too. All this talk about trusting me, why don't you show it? Why do you keep me outside this operation? Does she think I'm a snitch or what? Hey, your imagination's running too wild. And now she's gonna let Vision go? I don't understand. What's wrong with her? Do we just let her go like that? Do we just let them go like that? When we know all about their dirty deals? Say something, 23. Show some patience. You don't understand her judgment because you're not ready. Not ready for what? Not ready to join Al? What does that have to do with what I just said? I didn't mean... Didn't you say I'm not ready? So you really mean I'm not capable? It's not about capability. Then what is it about? It's about this right here. You're too emotional. What? Because as much as it's sad to say, she's dealing with national level, at the very least, national level espionage. You flying off the handle like this is just going to get everyone killed. Don't you have anything? Don't you have nothing to say? Huh, 23? Ah, shut the hell up. It's your mentality. Hear me? Hear me now? Your mentality. I don't get it. You're an emotional, impulsive, immature brat. You don't think things through. Instead, you act on what feels like a good idea at the time. Most of the time, you focus on what you want things to be, not what they may end up being. No direction, no values, just impulses, rushing this way and that. I will argue he does have values. He just doesn't value reaching a genuinely possible solution highly enough. He's too idealistic. He wants to be the big hero that saves everyone. And I mean, they've had this talk about Nin when they were talking about Nin being able to slip out of Grandma's tests. Uh, I don't remember what they named the test, but where she would test like, hey, what do you value? Nin would be able to slip out of them. She would always be able to find some third option. Um, he's not capable of being that tricky. He's easy to play. So he does have values. They're just he doesn't value his own safety, his own life highly enough, or the lives of his team. We're dealing with a delicate situation. One wrong step, and the result could be nuclear fallout. This hate of yours against the flop farming industry will ruin it all. We've been stressing over and over again that no personal emotions in operations. There are red lines to avoid, trade-offs. There are red lines to avoid, trade-offs to make. Good intentions doesn't justify collateral damage. You refuse to listen. Okay, suit yourself. We don't have time to wait for you to grow up. More importantly, we can't afford to let you screw up this operation. Screw up? I won't. You won't? Do you think I'm blind or what? Didn't I know about your little shtick at the Flop Corps? Right. Nin told me all about it. Nin needs a team that follows instructions without asking. She needs soldiers, not a bunch of amateurs. Not a cryberry who keeps talking about justice but really wants revenge. Harsh. And maybe not perfectly accurate, but I think accurate enough, unfortunately. So you're right. Nin doesn't trust you. I don't trust you. Shut the hell up and learn to listen, will ya? Lawrence. You happy now? Calm down, Lawrence. Shall I quit this operation? Lawrence, please don't. This is such a toxic mentality that I can't have it my way, so I just quit. You agreed to help, right? You're here to help. You're here to do the best you can, right? You want to join, right? Accept that things aren't going to go perfectly the way you want. If you want to quit because you don't think it's going good enough, then quit. Don't do this. Honestly, it's it's one of those things where you hear that line shifted obviously for context, but you hear that line from a lot of people in relationships when people have fights, and it is such this toxic manipulative line. It's this, I didn't get everything I want exactly how I wanted it, therefore I'm going to try to wreck everything. You can't do that. Not if you want real lasting structure, both in the context of relationship, as I mentioned, but also in the context of we are part of an organization. I mean, this is a relationship. We're all, it may not be like a romantic relationship like I'm alluding to, like I'm saying like, hey, this is a common line you find in romantic relationships when romantic partners have fights. Someone will say, oh, well, should we just break up then? But it's still a relationship that's really based on we have to have a lot of mutual trust. I mean, we're going in like, hey, we're gonna probably kill people together. We might die together, you know. This is a lot, this is as much trust as needed in a romantic relationship. Dare I say, maybe even a touch more being spies together, you know? So, it's just, Lawrence, I just, I don't, it doesn't make me hate you. It doesn't make me hate Lawrence. But it lowers my opinion of him so much. Get over yourself. And I understand it's really hard to because, you know, this is some deep-rooted trauma. And oftentimes, you know, people, again, mirroring that relationship, but part of, hey, should we just break up? Oftentimes that's rooted and also rooted in deep-rooted trauma. But, come on, man, do better. Lawrence. Listen. You're a smart boy, a quick learner. More importantly, you have a heart of gold. I know this sounds cheesy, but you have no idea what a gem you are. It's easy to be nice when life is easy. Very few could stay nice when life beats them to a pulp. This is the quality that Nin is constantly looking for. The necessary quality for her successor. She wants to build a legacy. I have no doubt you are the one. Your problem is that you're too easily influenced. That temper may lead you astray. For this reason, we pay close attention to the state of your mind. Nin wants to treat you as her equal. She has much to teach, but she doesn't want to be a mentor, your superior. You need to figure things out yourself. Theories and values are cheap enough to talk about. You have no idea how much they weigh until you actually need them. I can give you lectures, but you won't understand the point. You may even fight me over it. Nin wouldn't tell you what I did. She doesn't believe in lectures. You must discover it on your own. The process itself counts. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. Enough. Lawrence. You need more time to train your spirit and mind. Nin and I, we are proud of you. Keep that in mind. Yeah. As to Nin's plan of negotiation with Vision, I hate to let them go as much as you do. But think about it. Don't we need to consider the safety of their test subjects? If I were the boss, I'd be paralyzed. I can't choose between the two. Let's just say I'm so grateful that I'm not the one making decisions. Whatever Nin chooses, she has to live with the consequences. She cares about consequences way more than the average person. The stress is excruciating. Still, she pushes on, making more decisions, taking more consequences. She's been doing it for a long, long time. Yeah. Damn, you guys are boring. Huh. Show some spirit. Tomorrow's the big day. Waiter, beer! This is a family-friendly noodle house. Do you have beer or not? If you have money. I'm filthy rich. Drown me with beer. Public servants these days. I need to go out for a while. Wait for the robot waiter to bring your beer. Who's gonna watch your joint? With you people here, I don't need to worry about thieves. Right! I think I'll pass on the beer. Can't have a hangover tomorrow. I think I'll pass on the beer. Can't have a hangover tomorrow. I'll pass too. Huh? Did I order for you? The beer is all mine. You can't hold a beer. I know. Nah, enough nagging. Let's talk about something fun. Like what? I don't know. Jason, you start. Oh, these questions. All three of the bottom ones I really want to ask. I also want to ask the top one, although I'm afraid of the answer. This one, I'm going to say no because of... I just don't think it's going well. Like, I just don't think there's anything positive to report here. I don't want to drive her to drink more, thinking about her possibly unrequited love. This one feels invasive, and I think it's going to tip her off a little, like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why do you care about this gun smuggler? So, what kind of person is Chameleon? Scum. No background, no history, even Al can't find anything on him. He takes money from big corps and does their dirty work, like this time. Only works for corps? Why? Because mercenaries groups, like everyone else, prefer reliable clients. Being an illegal trade, they can't sue the employer for breach of contract. Dealing with the police is their #1 taboo. Corps have a reputation to protect. If things go south, mercenary groups could blackmail them. Speaking of Chameleon, he's a quirky case even in the world of mercenaries. Very unpredictable. Hiring him means there's always a chance of backfiring. He's still in business because his men are the best. I'm surprised that Vision hired him. Why? Vision needs someone to get things done, like the transaction today. They should have hired someone more reliable. So I guess today was only a side job. Chameleon was really hired for the security of the facility. What facility? What else? The one we're about to break into tomorrow. Ah, yes. Again, Chameleon's group isn't known for security business. This is fishy. What are they known for then? Demolition. Massacre. Stuff like that. Loud, messy jobs. Also, it doesn't make sense that Chameleon took the contract. He and his men enjoy action. They are psychopaths. Things like armed escort and security guard are considered boring. How do you know them that well? Personal experience. He's been wreaking havoc everywhere for a long while. There's a clear pattern. There must be something we don't know going on, but we don't have time to find out what. Whatever it is, treat Chameleon as a major threat. He's wanted by Al because he kills Al agents for the thrill of it. He has taken out how many? 4? Yeah, 4 of us. What? Is he that dangerous? Nin engaged him quite a few times. She had the upper hand but couldn't apprehend or kill him. Chameleon, on the other hand, wants to kill Nin at all costs. Today is just another example. Why does he hate Situ so much? For him, Nin is a major pain in the ass. Let's talk about something else, Jason. How'd it go with those kids? Come on, no work talk. This is kind of important. The point of having fun is to not talk about important stuff. Anyway, just know they're safe, okay? I have a friend in the shithole and he gets stuff done, alright? There's an awesome hacker helping people out all the time. She's awesome, but I'm awesomer. She's gonna return those brats to their own homes. Leave it to her. Got it. Now, talk about something else. How's it going between you and Situ? What do you think? It's been only a day or two since you last checked. We're busy working on this case the whole time. I thought by now it should have been over. Well, look what we have. Huh. Isn't this like the norm of your life? Huh. The norm it is. One case after another. One case after another. Never any private time. The thing is, given the scope and scale of this mess, I don't think it's ever going to be over. There'll be one hell of an aftermath. Hey, why are you talking about work again? Bad boy, Jason. He asked you about your relationship, then you led it to work. Alright, my bad. Let's try again. How do you know Ivan Zhang? Old man Zhang? Heh, long story. Let's start from the beginning. The 4 questions, I originally only was contemplating what to ask because I didn't know if we would get to ask all of them. I said it's a long story, mind you. You asked for it. He's an outsider, originally from Hyoyen. Wait, these days it's called District 13. Is that the movie? I think I saw that movie. Back in his hometown, he was some kind of high roller, owning a mining company. Wow. All was good until one day Growell wanted to take over his business. Then, you know, Growell was on an expansion spree in Hyoyen, buying every single competitor out. For those who did not want to sell, they had plenty of ways to persuade them. So, Old Man Zhang sold his mine to Growell on the cheap before anything could happen to his family. There's a big gap between business owner in Hyoyen and weapon smuggler in Wanpei. I'm coming to that part, shut up! Okay. Now, Zhang isn't man to just quietly go away. He moved his family out, pulled some strings, got a shitload of dynamites. No shit. When Growell came to check their new purchase, the mine was wiped off the map. That's what you'd call going out with a bang. It's nothing. Here comes the fun part. Growell was pissed. They tore the local mining community apart to find the culprit. With Zhang making an example, local miners and business owners united to duke it out with Growell. The riot went on for 4 months. Gunfire pretty much every day. Dead bodies everywhere. Basically a civil war. Hold on, how come I've never heard about it? Me either. All I can remember about Growell and Hyoyen are positive stories. I just recalled some stories about a protest or something. But a civil war? Seriously? Always trust the government's censorship capabilities. How did it end? The locals were no match for Growell in terms of firepower. No worries. Our old man Zhang came to help. He pulled a couple of strings at Hyoyen Airport. How many strings does this guy have? Anyways, he got a portion of Sunrise's export weapons before they could be shipped out. You're shitting me. With these supplies, the war escalated. The local government couldn't do a thing. After a while, the central government decided enough is enough. They asked Sunrise to step in. No surprise, you know which side won. How many died? 9. Just 9? Huh? Just 9? You know what I mean, with Growell and Sunrise together, it should have been a massacre. Sunrise just sent 2 OWL agents. They picked out all riot leaders within a day. Their families, friends, associates, all disposed of. Then the riot was over. You know the rest. Growell controlled Hyoyen's mining business. As to Zhang, he started the war, then fled to Wanpei under a new identity. Here he built a little smuggling empire using the profit to support victims of the Hyoyen Civil War. That incident That includes both riot participants and those involuntarily involved. Sneaking them out of Huyen, giving cash support, so on and so forth. So he's a good man. I wouldn't call him that. So, how did you get to know him? I was assigned to handle the aftermath of the riot. In the process, I found Zhang and his current business. Instead of turning him in, I offered a partnership. Howell doesn't know about him? Theoretically. I didn't turn him in, and the case was closed. No one should know about him. Or if anyone did, they chose to let him go. Phew, that was one long story. Now you know Zhang's background. Don't tell anyone, mind you. Of course I won't. Now, let's try something else. I'm running out of subjects. Okay. 23. Aren't you drinking too much? Don't forget tomorrow. Exactly. Drinking is part of my preparation ritual. No such thing. Hey, listen. Suppose you love this person. You'd want them happy, right? Is that even a question? That's one wild change of subjects. I said no work talk, alright? What if this person keeps doing stuff that makes themselves unhappy? What will you do? Huh? Why would they do that? They just do. Maybe psychological disorder or something? You get the idea. I'll probably help them get over this disorder, maybe? Gotta do something. Can't just leave them be. What about you, Jason? I mean, you're like 23. What you're asking is, should you try to convince Nin to stop being an owl agent? Is that what you're getting at? Because it, like, 99% sounds like that's what you're getting at. And the problem you're going to run into is Nin knows what she can do. So her not doing that is going to make her unhappy. So you convincing her to not do this thing that's making her unhappy, being an agent, is going to make her unhappy. I don't know. Every person is a different case. True, but there should be a general principle. I mean, literally what you should do is talk to them about it. And there is no option that says what you should do is you should go talk to them about it and get to the root of the issue and discuss that, because that's the only way you're going to end up with positive change, is by, because they're making a choice, right? You said psychological disorder, but like, there's different psychological disorders. There's how to phrase this? Autistic people are oftentimes described of having a strict sense of justice. So, and again, in this way, Nin is exhibiting an autistic behavior. Because what she's doing she's obsessed with, hey, protecting the children. That was like her primary goal. She understands, she has the conceptualization. She can understand she can't die for the children, because that ultimately is a negative impact, because as harsh as it is, she's more important. Which, again, being able to say that not as an egotist thing, but as because she does more good for the world than these children do. Yes, in theory, one of them could be the ones that cures cancer, but there's no measuring for that. That is purely speculative. While she knows the amount of good she does in literally saving children's lives. So we talk about that as like, I'm talking about that as like an autistic, like saying, hey, Nin is exhibiting multiple autistic traits. You gotta go talk to her about it. You can't just do things for her and make decisions for her because she's not exhibiting something like on for an example that I know from personal experience, she's not exhibiting something like oh, why did my brain just slip the words? Schizophrenia, where she's seems to be suddenly divorced from reality, divorced from all the other aspects of reality that, you know, everyone else, the vast majority of people seem to otherwise be agreeing on, and suddenly saying things like agents are contacting her by there being a single letter drawn on her plate at a restaurant. Again, I'm personal experience here. Not close personal experience, but, you know, enough close personal experience that, you know, I've known, like, I am recounting a story here. In that case, you know, intervening directly is kind of necessary. You can't talk a person out of schizophrenia. So we're talking about wildly divergent things you could be referring to as people doing things that makes them unhappy. Because in both cases, after the fact, they have unhappiness with what happened, with what their decisions were, with what they did, what happened to them because of what they did, with their general experiences because of it. So it's not like we're talking about too broad a range. You're being too inspecific. What you need to do is you need to go talk to Nin about it, because that's the only person that you could talk to about it. No, I judge these things case by case. Okay. Is this somehow related to Nin? Yeah. She's kind of self-abusive. Won't you say so? What do you mean by self-abusive? She keeps stepping into business that have totally nothing to do with her. I don't think so. I mean, she's not doing it for self-abusive reasons. She's not doing it as a form of self-harm. She's doing it because she can't stand the thought of these children being experimented on. Like, that seemed to be her logical reasoning from beginning to end. First it was they're overproducing flops, and the only way they can be doing that is by killing hundreds of thousands of people in the long term. Turns out that wasn't the case. Now there's evidence that they're taking they're taking children as test subjects. And it's obviously, like, whatever they're doing is obviously morally repugnant enough that they can't just, I mean, they have connections with the government. They could, like, just get, if this was like some major breakthrough, they could just get, you know, children to experiment on. Like, they could just legalize it. They could bribe enough politicians if they thought, hey, this is going to make us, this is the way and the future of flop production, as sad as it is to say. I mean, America right now, we're massively rolling back child labor protections. It happens. So this is not like, this is something where it's like, oh, hey, it's heinous enough that we literally can't legalize it. No. Nin has a sense of responsibility. Everyone has it, but hers is pathologically strong. Again, Nin is autistic. She has to do something for the world, to save, to correct. With great power comes great responsibility. Ha! Yes! She quotes that all the time. It sounds good, but doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to you. How so? Because it's an unreasonable order. We live in an unreasonable world. Power and responsibility are separate things. Absolutely they are. There are plenty of people that have enormous power that use it very irresponsibly. And there are some very responsible people that have absolutely no power. They are genuinely disconnected. With great power comes great responsibility is not a statement of fact. It is an ideal to aspire to. Whoever came up with this line is telling people with power to take up more responsibility. It's not a proposal. It gives no reason, just a blunt order. I mean, who the hell takes up additional responsibility for no reason? The reason is to help people. Just because a random dude said so. Nin did just that, knowing that she doesn't have to. But, is that a bad thing? I mean, at least I look up to Nin because she does that. I'm worried about her. This sense of responsibility makes her stubborn. She does things with terrible risks because of it. All these secret investigations without Owl's approval. The risk and scale escalates every time. This time against Vision, we're screwing with something way too big for us, and we don't even know if there's a legit case. I've been against this corporation from the beginning, but she won't listen. Involving civilians, invading a flop farm without a warrant, breaking into the flop core, where you're not even sure if there's anything to investigate, and she's broken more laws than I can count. All this time, I'm just standing by her side, being her minion. It's the only way. She uses the same excuse every single time. Well, there are other ways. She just chooses not to see them. She does what has to be done. Huh? Nothing. She taught you well. Now we have a pair of consequentialists. What? The kind of people who believes that consequences justify the means. If the result is good, the process doesn't matter. Isn't that how you see things? Probably. I'm not like you. She seems to be tired of this conversation already. Me and Nin, we're not the same type. You know what, 23? Maybe we're both piling too much expectation on Nin. What do you mean? I know I idolize her, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. The Nin I see is not real. It's what I want her to be. Lawrence is somehow dejected. I mean, he's dejectedly saying this very actually acutely introspective thing. He may be sad about it, but ultimately a good thing. I'm not like you. Idolizing is not my thing. Right, you're not idolizing her. But we're doing essentially the same thing. You want Nin to grow into what you want her to be, but she refuses to. She's just the person that she is. You are projecting unrealistic expectations onto her. In the process, you forget that she's her own woman. Instead of trying to understand her, you choose to enforce demands on her. Come to think about it, isn't that kind of selfish? Dude, are you really Lawrence Chang, not possessed or high on something? I can't believe you just said that load of therapist crap. Lawrence can't look her in the eye. You know what? You're right. I wanted Nin to grow into the woman I want since day one. I never accepted her as she is. A lot of her decisions seem ridiculous to me. I call her stubborn, unreasonable. The truth is, I'm just too selfish to even try to understand her. Happens to everyone. Love blinds. Yeah, I guess I'm normal. I still love her. Okay, I'm done. So soon? Gotta prepare for tomorrow and dress Nin's wounds. Just dress the wounds. No hanky-panky. I'm a woman with class. Get some hanky-panky if, you know, she's willing. She looks really, really tired. Good night, you two. Night. Good night. Jason. Huh? Seems lost. I'm thinking about 23 said. About Nin. Never mind, forget it. Hey, do you smoke? Nope. Nope. Never mind. I should get some rest. You too. Tomorrow will be one heck of a long day. Need a cigarette? Count me in. Haha, no need. Didn't you just say you don't smoke? Good night, Jason. Please let me know if you need me for anything. Good. Fran was right. These people are less reliable than I expected. Gotta talk to the guy who's possessing me. Wait. What the hell was I thinking? What possessing? Damn it, my head. The fuck? Yeah, no, because like the possession included with it a repression of the feeling of possession and the thoughts of being possessed. So that is directly conflicted with us being told as the possessor that we need to talk to the possessor as if we were the possessee. Apparently that broke the brain a little bit. Funny. That's my line. I think I just dragged you inside. Exactly like Situ said. This is sooner than expected. Yeah. How's my body doing? What do you mean? What it literally means. We were beaten to a pulp today. Did they break something? Should be reasonably alright, I guess. Reasonably alright? If Situ is right, my body should be extraordinarily sturdy. Probably I don't need to worry about it. Hold on, what is happening to the body when we're both here? You mean now? Sitting in the noodle restaurant, probably zoning out. Wait, it's waking up. We will talk later. Oi, wake up. You still alive? I'm alright. That was not a real question. Can't hold your beer? You people didn't order a lot of beer. You, whatever you are, can get drunk? Ah, the body is still human, I see. You. What? Never mind. Everyone keeps doing that. It's starting to annoy me. Time to close shop. Not expecting to see you again so soon. And you're hanging out with 23. Small world, huh? Oi, you. What the hell do you want to do? What do you mean? You know what I mean. This is not your body. What do you want to do with it? trying to help this body's rightful owner. Help? How do you know you're helping? Maybe he doesn't want you to mess with Big Corpse. I can communicate with him. You can? Creepy, you and your kind. The shit you know about it? Yes. Most likely they don't. Or else they won't work with things they don't understand. Listen, I don't know what your purpose is, nor do I care. But this body has an owner, and he has a life. Please, don't ruin it. Why do you care so much about him? Because I know how it feels to be possessed. Obsessed by you, in case you forgot. I'm no good man, but I do have a heart. What happened to me can't happen to him. You know what? I've seen plenty of folks like you. You're doing Owl's dirty work because you don't have a choice. They need you for snitch or muscles, yeah? Sort of. Let me guess, it involves some huge-ass corporation. How do you know? I know them long enough to know their line of work. Have you thought about what happens afterwards? You mean there's something bad waiting for me? Pretty much. They will move on to other cases. You're forgotten. Whatever aftermath this operation has, you'll be the one footing the bill. What if there's no aftermath? Huh, I've lived long enough and never seen one job wrapping up aftermath free. Think about it yourself. What if Al doesn't want to leave you alone? Or whatever force you're fucking with fucks back? What are you getting at? Say it already. I'm saying that No. Jason Day needs an exit plan. Corporations rule this world. Once they see you, you can't make them unsee. In short, it won't end well. I have enough real life cases to support my point. 23 did help you, no? She told you about me? Yes, she did help. Not without getting some benefit out of it. What benefit can you offer them? She also helped you because it's the right thing to do. A man could dream. Having worked with her for ages, I'm telling you, she's not the type. Ever heard of the Moonflowers? They can be you and Jason's Day's way out. They offer protection to all civilians who the government or corporations find inconvenient. Like you. Will they take me in? Of course. Trust me, you will need them. I take it out, huh? There's one condition, though, if you're to join the Moonflowers. Jason Day must leave his past life behind. Not you. You don't really have a life. They will give him a new identity to start over in a place where nobody knows him. This help extends to him alone. He can't bring anybody along. Why? Because it's safer for him and them alike. If someday in the future you need them, come find me in this restaurant, 4 a.m. any Wednesday. I'll take you over. I see. There, I said it. Why are you helping me? You didn't kill Albert. I owe you this much. A little bit of knowledge, not enough to pay my debt, but I suppose it helps. And I'd help Day even without Albert. I've been possessed myself, or birds of a feather. I'm not what you call a good man. Could use some good deeds to balance my karma. Don't want to go to hell when I croak. Thank you. Just remember, you have choices. Now scram. Actually, we may go ahead and call it here. Or we are going to go ahead and call it here. Ugh. This is... So the problem with that there is that's not an out for Jason Day. Because he is 100%, it is about protecting Fran. And that path is only accessible by abandoning Fran. You might say it's its own type of protection, but I mean, I guess we should talk about him. We should talk about him and talk with him in general. Next time we get a chance to, obviously, we should, see, hey, how are you feeling? Do you feel like it's necessary for us to kill each other here and now? Or, like, should we put that off for a little bit? Because, I like my chances. Just saying. So, yeah. But we'll have that conversation next time. I mean, next time we're going to go to sleep, right? That's absolutely should be the first thing we do next episode, is have that conversation with Jason Day. I thought we were going to have it today, but nope, next time. In any case, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me anything you think about what's going on. If you know what's going on, don't spoil me, obviously. I would very much like to make these decisions blind, at least for the first time. If this game has enough depth, I might do like a after action report, go ahead and go like, hey, doing a couple of playthroughs and just blanket record some alternate endings and like, hey, this is what else could have happened. Because I'm really loving this game and I really want to see all it has to offer. It's one of those games that, especially, it looks like it has a lot of different endings. It looks like you can make it, and it looks like some of the decisions we have had may have had some effect on what has progressed and may alter the different endings we could have gotten. So, I don't know. Just speculating. Any case, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time on The Minds Beneath Us.